Last year, I quit my corporate job in finance and became a full-time creator entrepreneur. These are 5 daily habits that helped me get there. I know a lot of you want to build your dream side hustle and business that's eventually going to let you quit your 9 to 5, but juggling a full-time job with trying to make content consistently, with trying to build a business is incredibly difficult, and I totally get it. So that's why I wanted to share all the things that really helped me to do that, so that it makes your journey a lot easier and so that you can make that leap a lot faster too. So a little bit of story time for you guys to give more context, and also for the benefit of you guys who are new here. I was working in finance for about 3 years in Malaysia, and I started my YouTube channel a whole year before I officially quit my job. I was posting weekly on YouTube for like a whole year, despite having this really draining, really time-intensive corporate job. And at the time, like, I only really had this vague awareness that you could make money down the line with a personal brand, with making content, but I didn't exactly know what that blueprint was, like what exactly I had to do to get there. I just knew it was possible, and that was enough for me to go on at the time. So I was posting weekly, and then my burnout kind of like started reaching a crescendo with my full-time job. Eventually, like, I quit with only 14,000 subscribers, no clue what business I was gonna start, no clue what an offer was, no clue how to sell, like zero. And so what I did was I ended up moving to Australia under a 1-year working holiday visa. I worked part-time at a gym, initially as like a receptionist, for me to like earn living expenses and my rent money and stuff whilst I figured things out. But then about 5 months into being in Australia, I was 1 rent payment away from just completely wiping that out. The emergency savings that I allocated for Australia, it was around like 10,000 Australian dollars. And that was the moment where I was like, okay, I need to do something about this. I needed to learn, and fast. And so that was ultimately what kicked my butt to start the business officially, because at that point I was just kind of like procrastinating, and I was making content consistently, but I was making plans for like what the business was going to look like and how I was going to do it, and thinking that I needed to like research more and read more, but really I just needed to take action. And so yeah, that was the pivotal moment where I finally started. So I started my creator coaching business, and then around January time was also when I transitioned into a full-time sales job at another gym, selling gym memberships. And the primary reason was because I wanted to learn that skill of sales, which, by the way, like, sales is probably the #1 skill you need to have if you're a new entrepreneur. And I have a whole video on this. I'll link it in the screen here. I was working full-time, so it was like 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. It was essentially a full-time job, 5 days a week. I was posting consistently every single week at that time, and I also started my business. I was doing sales calls, and I was also doing client calls. Like, it was a lot, but I still managed to somehow stay afloat and grow the business. And it was crazy because after like a lot of trial and error, a lot of execution, a lot of learning, a lot of implementing, I went from 0 to earning triple what I used to earn at my old corporate job, which is so crazy to think, like, looking back. Yeah, that was basically my journey. So all this to say that I've done it twice, where I was working full-time whilst trying to post content consistently, whilst trying to grow a business. So initially that was with the finance job, and then the second time was with the full-time gym job in Australia. And so I know that a lot of you guys are probably in a very similar position, and you're looking to like start your own business. You want to start posting content consistently, but it's a real struggle to do that. I totally get it. Like, it's a struggle when you have to juggle all of these things and a full-time job. That's why I wanted to share all of these tips today. So the first thing that really helped me was to treat my side hustle like it was my job. This is more of like a mindset shift as opposed to a daily habit, but I wanted to start with this because I think it frames all of the other habits that I'm about to share quite nicely. Basically, we don't treat our side hustles or our dreams as seriously as we would our corporate jobs. For example, you wouldn't just not show up to work one day just because you didn't feel like it, or you wouldn't just not show up to a meeting because you weren't in the mood. Whereas like when it comes to filming content or like starting that business, we sort of like negotiate with ourselves. We kind of say, oh, today's not the day for it, or I'm not in the mood, or like it's not the optimal time, or whatever it is. Like, we always have excuses to not do the thing. Whereas with our jobs, everything is non-negotiable. Like, yeah, of course I'm going to show up to that meeting. Another thing is like, if our boss tells us to do something, like, of course we're going to do it. Whereas when it's us telling ourselves to do something, like when you tell yourself that you're going to make that YouTube video or you're going to launch that business, again, like, you negotiate. And so this is like the really key mindset shift, which is we need to treat ourselves with the same level of respect that we would our boss. Likewise, we need to treat our dream dream with as much respect as we would our corporate jobs. Yeah, this mindset shift really helped me to take my side hustle and take my dreams of starting a business and starting a channel way more seriously because I treated it like it was my job. And even something as small as calling it a side hustle makes it feel like a side thing, something that has less of a priority in your life. But if you can manage to treat like your channel or your business as like your full-time thing, treat it with the same level of respect, then that's really going to help to, stay consistent with everything, even when it's not convenient and even when you're tired and even when you don't feel like it. One habit that I wanted to mention is something that I like to call LCM, or like the little chunks method. Basically, the whole point is that you're working towards your goals in little chunks throughout the day, sort of like wherever you have the time to slot it in. Because, nowadays we're all super time starved. We've got full-time jobs and we're trying to juggle like going to the gym and meeting our friends once in a while and like eating healthy and all these other things in life that we don't have large chunks of time during our day to be working on our goals, working on our business, working on our channels. And so what really helped me was just like finding little pockets of time to work on little things and like move the needle just a little bit towards my goals. For example, if I had 30 minutes in between meetings at work, or if I had 30 minutes whilst commuting on the train, then I would just like whip out my phone and start scripting for my next YouTube video. Or that's when I would, service a client, like reply to some emails. And honestly, like this helped me so much with moving the needle, even though I felt like I really just had zero time to do anything. Those 30 minutes throughout the day, or even like 10 minutes in between meetings that you've got, if you're like doing little bits of work that's gonna help to move the needle, even if it's just like a tiny bit that day, those 10 minutes, those 30 minutes, those chunks of work that you do will accumulate throughout the week and will accumulate throughout the month. And then within a year's time, you've already built this business from scratch and you've already posted 20 or 30 YouTube videos. Oh, and another thing is lunch breaks too. So I got into the habit of like eating in front of my laptop. That's because like you have a whole hour during your workday for you to just be like doing your own thing. And that 1 hour of uninterrupted time is so precious because you can really get into your flow state when it comes to work. And I know this doesn't sound glamorous at all. And some people might be like, oh my God, that's such a workaholic thing to do, to be like eating whilst working on your business. To be very honest, the reality of it, if you have big goals, you want to start a business, you want to create a YouTube channel, there are sacrifices that need to be made. And that does mean, not being able to watch Netflix during your lunchtime, but instead you're working hard towards your business, towards your channel. And if you imagine like you have 1 hour lunch break, 5 days a week at work. If let's say you're working on your business or your channel within that 1 hour throughout the week, that's like 5 hours of work that you've done already. And that really makes up for a lot. And by the way, if you are a YouTube creator and you've been showing up consistently for a while, but you're not really sure how to monetize your content, I do have a program called the Creator CEO, which essentially helps you to build a lifestyle business from your channel that's going to eventually let you quit your 9 to 5. So if you're interested in finding out more, you can check out the link in the description. The third habit that really helped me was micro learning. So this is quite closely related to my previous point about working on things in little chunks throughout the week. So with business and with growing your personal brand, you do need to like execute a lot, do things to move the needle. But at the same time, you also need to upskill yourself on certain business skills, on content creation skills. And so you're like learning whilst doing. And micro learning is basically the whole concept of like, learning things in little chunks throughout the week. So again, to my previous point, we're all so time starved, and a lot of people tend to also conflate studying or learning with like sitting at a desk for hours and hours. You're like focused on highlighting these books and, learning in that sort of traditional way. But really like none of us have the luxury to do that anymore, especially with a full-time job. And so the only way that people can effectively learn things these days is by doing it in little chunks throughout the week. So what I would often do was if I, let's say, wanted to read this business book or learn this new skill, then I would always read for like maybe half an hour to an hour before bed every single night. Throughout the week, if you've got 30 minutes here, an hour there, then you would have done like at least a few hours of reading. And that is usually the average amount of time that it takes for you to finish a whole book. And so by the end of the week, you would have downloaded already 20 plus years of this entrepreneur's experiences, the lessons that they learned, or you would have like picked up this whole new skill that you didn't have before. So it's really, really powerful. And so with content and my business, with anything that I was struggling with, how to package my videos, do the title, thumbnail, and hook, or if I was struggling to learn sales or how to create an offer, then I would pick up a resource or a book that specifically helps with that problem. And then that is what I would consume in little chunks throughout a week or a few weeks. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a book. Of course, you can consume things in a lot of different formats nowadays. Like you could listen to a podcast, or you could watch a free YouTube video teaching you a certain skill. Another thing that massively helped me was task pairing, and that is pairing a physical task with a mental activity. You know how they say multitasking is really bad and it's pointless, and you try to do two things at once, but you don't get either thing done properly because you're not focused on either one. But I think that only really applies to if you're doing two physical activities at the same time or two mental activities at the same time. So let's say you're trying to edit a YouTube video whilst also writing your next script. It's okay, two mental activities. It's just not possible, or at the very least, it's not going to be efficient. What I think is a really great hack is if you do a physical activity, let's say you're doing incline walks on the treadmill, pair that with a mental activity. So that could be listening to a podcast and learning sales. So those two things, those two activities are not competing with each other. The fourth habit that really helped me was planning the following week every Sunday. One of my heroes, Layla Hormozi, this is something that she swears by, and I started doing it because of her, and it's genuinely been so helpful. I would just sit down every Sunday night and time block all the important things that I need to get done the following week, so that every single day, Monday to Sunday, I know exactly what I'm working on, at what time, for how long, with who, and where, just getting into the specifics of it. And why this has helped me a ton is because then I don't end up on a Monday or a Tuesday afternoon thinking oh, what should I be working on right now, and feeling a little lost, and then taking some time to get into that activity. I don't waste that time. I know exactly what I'm doing and by when and for how long. And that has helped me so much to keep me on track, because I know, okay, every Tuesday afternoon, I'm gonna have to write a script, or every Wednesday night, I'm going to the gym for 2 hours, or every Saturday morning, I'm gonna film for my YouTube video. I already have that mapped out. All I need to do is just follow the plan. So for example, with my finance job, I was filming every single Saturday morning for my YouTube video, and then on Sundays and Mondays, I would work on the thumbnail. Tuesday to Friday would be the post-production, so that's when I would do all of my editing in the evenings after work. And then Saturday is when I would schedule the upload for the following Sunday, and when I would film for the following week's YouTube video as well. So that was kind of how I structured my week. And then with working full-time at the gym, so what I would do was, also film every Saturday morning as well, and then send those clips to my editor, because honestly, I could not have done what I did without an editor, because not only was I working full-time, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Friday, I was also servicing my clients and also doing sales calls to get new clients and making YouTube videos every single week. It was a lot. And so having my editor helped me a ton. Oh yeah, and also working on thumbnails and stuff like that. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes when you've got a business and you've got a channel. So yeah, Saturday morning, I would do filming and then send those clips to my editor. And then on Sundays, I would do client calls or do sales calls to onboard new clients. And then Monday to Friday, I would start my shifts at either 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. and then end my shifts at 7 or 7:30 p.m. And so what I did was wake up a few hours earlier so that I could squeeze in 1 to 2 hours of work before I started my shift at the gym. And then during my lunch breaks, which were strictly 1 hour, that's when I would reply to clients, make resources, for the program and to help my clients out. And I would also script for my next YouTube videos and just do all the business related work too, okay, fixing the landing page and all of that. So that was what my week looked like when I was working full-time at the gym. So the final habit is something that I think is so crucial, but a lot of people overlook this, and that is taking care of your physical health. Doing all these things that we know that we should do, but a lot of people don't. That's moving your body a few times a week, doing some sort of exercise, sleeping well, drinking water, eating healthy. And a lot of people would be thinking how the hell am I supposed to go to the gym on top of, needing to do all of these other things? It's I've got this full-time job and I want to build my channel, I want to build my business, and then you also want me to go to the gym, and you also want me to meal prep and do all of these other things. It's yes, you have to do it. And trust me, it's only going to help you. I think a lot of people think that it's gonna take away time from doing the work, but really it's gonna add to your work. And the reason is because if you take care of your physical health, you are also taking care of your mental health. When you are good physically and you're healthy, you are gonna be able to focus better and you're gonna have way more energy to do your work. And so don't think of it as like, oh, I'm taking time away from working on my business and working on my dreams or whatever. Think of it as like, okay, this is going to help me towards my dreams and my goals. Because then every unit of work that you do or every hour of work that you do is gonna be so much more productive because you have better focus and because you have more energy and because you're probably gonna be in a better mood too because you're not dehydrated, you're not tired, you're not depriving your body of the necessary nutrition that you need. Your body has more energy because you're strengthening it through movement. So I started going to the gym consistently 3 to 5 times a week when I was working my corporate job. I was going to the gym in the evenings after work and also during the weekends. Whilst I was like building the channel, I genuinely do believe that it helped me so much to stay productive, to stay focused, and to really, show up as my best when I'm doing my channel work or my business work. And when I was working full-time at the gym, and this is another reason why I wanted to work at a gym too, because I was in an environment where it made it almost stupidly easy to stick to my fitness goals because I'm already at a gym, you know what I mean? So during some lunch hours was when I would squeeze in a workout. On alternate days was when I would use that lunch break to do work on my channel and the business. And yeah, like both times genuinely helped me so much with like my work. Bottom line is like, if you are not taking care of your physical health, you are not gonna be in a good mood. You're not gonna be able to focus. It's just gonna make it a lot harder for you to work on your goals. It's gonna deplete your energy a lot faster if you're not taking care of yourself health-wise. So those are the 5 habits that over time allowed me to work towards my goals and to eventually quit my 9 to 5 and to build my channel and my business. So I hope this helps you. And if you did want more tips on, how to juggle making content with a full-time job, I do have 2 videos on this topic and you can check that out on the screen here and I'll put it in the link in the description below too. Okay guys, take care and see you in the next video.